focus on the pendulum. There are powerful forces at play. We must journey back. Back to she who carved this board. To stir its dark magic.
Pendulum board. They were used for contact spirits. This could easily be over 100 years old.
You think it's worth anything?
Tell me about the board.
Just feels like bad juju to me.
You know so little, yet here you are. And I know so much.
Christian?
Where's Emily?
There is such a thing as destiny, and hers is not with you.
If you liked that, then you'll love this.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I am here with Aaron Dominguez, who I am so excited to talk to. A big Only Murders fan, so excited to talk to you.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that. I have to talk about Witchboard.
I know, but it's okay. The Only Murders family, I miss that family, and they know that I love them. So it's always nice when somebody brings it up, and yeah, shout out to them.
I'm so excited to talk to you about Christian, who is one of the two leads in, of course, the upcoming film Witchboard. Tell me, when you first read your role as Christian, when you first read him on paper, what came to your mind about him?
Oh man, what came to mind? I'm trying to remember where I was at that time and how, and what my first thoughts. So to segue into that, one of the first things I do when I'm reading, because there's only one first, like the first feelings you get off of reading a script is only one time. It happens the very first time that you read it, right? So I make sure that the first time that I'm reading a script, I either am recording audio, just in case there's an emotion that comes up or an idea that comes up from something reading it, to where I share it audibly or vocally, or I write it. So I'm always doing either one or the other. And I remember for Christian, the roller coaster of a script that was, I remember just thinking to myself, obviously there's places where you find some of your own humanity within a character. And for me, there was a few with Christian, right? Like coming from having to work for a lot of the things that I want out of my life. Christian is also someone who's trying to build a future with his partner, who has her own history. I don't know how much.
Oh, we watched
I'm not going to spoil anything.
No,
So
you're good. You're good.
I'm not going to spoil anything. But obviously, this is a man who's fighting for his own life in the sense of like his business and his well-being, his own future with his partner. Not having come from much, and simultaneously doing that with a group of friends who have all chosen to move to the French Quarter, right, in New Orleans, and kind of embark on this journey together. And then all the while, these very crazy spiritual things start happening because of this. I don't know if I can curse here or not, but this.
No, go ahead. On my channel, it's 18 plus. You're good. You're good.
This fucking Witchboard comes into play and starts ruining everything. So. I think we've all in our life have worked really hard for stuff that then somehow, some way, they end up panning out the way that they're supposed to, or sometimes it feels like they're fucking not. So there's some level of that, and also within the nuance of like relational aspect things. I've never dealt with spiritual things to this extreme. I feel like I've had my own, but I don't know if I've ever experienced like these very demonic or spiritual entities that have really altered or fucked up my experience to that extreme or to that extent. But yeah, I just remember reading Christian and being like, fuck, this dude can't catch a break. And he's not only fighting for his life now, he's fighting for his girlfriend's life or his fiance's life. And everything is just going bad. Like he's a business owner, the restaurant's going to shit, the people are what you see, I don't know how much I can spoil, but things are happening all the time, and it feels like this man's world is crumbling, all because of this switchboard that his fiance can't seem to put down or just chuck up and be like, hey, there's all these things are happening since we found this thing. Let's say no to this. Up until. So I just remember oh yeah, because now it's breaking my heart because I'm thinking about the things that happened. But yeah, I just remember thinking to myself, this is this person in their full humanity, right? It like often, I mean, I can't speak on everyone's experience, but I myself have felt like I've been in my life sometimes pulled from many different things, and you just try and work it out. But I remember just thinking to myself, like, dang, Christian is the good guy in this script that is he's just being thrown into one shitstorm after another, or having to deal with a lot of things at the same time. But yeah, I think that was my first instinct at the read.
Wow, that's a lot. Like Christian does.
And I'm also trying to say things without fully. I don't know how much I can say. So I'm like, if this was a studio, they'd be texting me right now, being like, "Watch your tongue, dude. Don't. If you spoil anything, it's the end. We'll shut off this entire laptop, not even just the interview."
Okay, Tom Holland, it's all right. It's all right.
Right. Yeah, he gets it. He knows.
But to the point, Christian does get a lot. Like he gets it from every corner, and he's not necessarily always the best guy either. So like he gets
true.
every spot. But with that being said, one of the really interesting things about this film is love a good horror. But this film felt very dramatic. It actually felt a lot less horror-y to me. Even though lots of blood, lots of gore, of course, but there was a lot less horror elements and a lot more drama. Was that something you were expecting when you were reading the script, or did that kind of just come in naturally as y'all were making the film?
I don't know if I expected it. I think at first read, I picked up on that too, right? Where I was like, okay, there's a lot less horror than what I thought there would be as well, especially with a name like Witchboard, and also having thought that it was going to be tapping into the IP of the original, where I felt like there was a lot more horror thriller in that one than I feel like there was in this one. But I will say I enjoyed the dramatic thematic elements that were in this movie, because it gave us room to play and explore, right? And to set up for those big horror moments. Because that's the other part of it too, right? Where nowadays, and this is no shot at anyone, it's just, we're always expecting now, or looking for the jump scare, or looking to constantly be stimulated when we go watch these films, as opposed to waiting for it to build, right? The storytelling aspect of it, because at the end of the day, we work in a business of storytelling. So how is it that what lens are we choosing to kind of guide you through, or bring you into, to then set up for what this genre can give and will give to you? I enjoyed that, especially from an artist perspective, from an actor perspective, or experience, down to the building of a character. I loved the nuance of like getting to build relationships with Madison's character and Jamie's character and Melanie Jarnson's character and because that's another one too, where there was a history and a backstory there. Same thing with Charlie and I's, friendship from when we started. So it's all these things that you're 100% correct of, like, there was so much more dramatic elements in this, and I think that's and I think that's yeah, I think that's like a wonderful thing about Chuck, because this movie did feel very nostalgic in that sense of like 80s and 90s kind of campy horror, adventure, fantastical-esque kind of storytelling where it's kind of just taking you on a ride. And on this ride, there will be times where you get spooked and you yell, or there will be other times where you laugh. There will be other times where you might cry. There was, yeah, I can't spoil anything. It's like I just said the wrong thing. People are like, fuck. Why? Why are you crying? But yeah, I think it made, for me, and this being my intro into the genre, it afforded me a playground to play. And I can really, really appreciate that. Like, I'm humbled and I'm grateful that Chuck kind of christened me into the genre and welcomes me in, because I think when executed and done well, or with the intention to do it well, because that's subjective anyway, I think it can afford an actor a playground to kind of check every single emotional box, every single kind of, to be able to just ebb and flow within the human experience, but like to the extremes of that as well. Felt like a fucking catharsis at times, but I loved every single moment of it.
That's awesome. All right, I can only ask a yes or no question, then I have to wrap. So
Okay.
yes or no, would you come back for a 2?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron, for your time today. Witchboard arrives in theaters on August 15th, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather. Cheers.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm one of
Thank
them.
you. Awesome. KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes!
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
rule.
nerds rule.
Love it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Nerds rule. Yes, they
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
but yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.